ladies and gentlemen. Today is day 3. I'm not going the right direction here. I come home. My wife said, "Why did you even go to work today?" I said, "Because these colors don't run." But they've had me running constantly for Kleenex and all kinds of other stuff. But that's not enough. That won't stop me. It'll slow me down, but it won't stop me. Because there are sheep to rally. Yeah, I got a video from the wife today. I think she was feeling the sheep wife vibe. She was definitely digging it. She's grabbing page wire and shaking it like this because the sheep have put pressure on it and they pushed on it until it's stretched out. Popped the staples out. And they're across the field hanging out with the cows. The cows aren't digging that either. So I gotta get a hammer and a staple gun. Weld up a couple spikes. Pin that page wire to the ground. Pin the page wire back at the fence posts. And have a real earnest conversation with some of them ladies. It's getting old. It's getting real old. But in other news, the turkeys in the tractor there, they're not causing no grief. They're having the time of their life. That's the way it should be. You know, I don't want to hit the easy button, but I'm going to hit the let's make it just a touch easier button. We're going to get some step-in fence posts and a spool of wire. And we're going to make that fence line just a little bit spicier than it was yesterday. As it turns out, I've only got pink fence posts left, and some of you might think, oh, that's a girly color. That's going to be a girly fence. Well, that girly fence is going to kick them sheep in the chops with 5,000 volts. After that, we'll see who's on their period. While I was at work today, I ran a quick errand. A co-worker of mine had a fridge on the buy and sell, and our fridge in the shop for the eggs and a little bit of dog food in the freezer. It wasn't freezing and it wasn't fridging. This was getting too cold and that wasn't getting cold enough, and I wasn't about to take the dog food and put it in the fridge and take the eggs and put them in the freezer and say figure it out. So we picked up this baby right here. Ordinarily I'd probably just throw that on my back and haul it right in there and plug it right in. But I'm not feeling the vibe. But I will say it's a very effective way to take the ratchet straps. Crisscross applesauce. Nothing falls, nothing slips, nothing moves. And it plays a free harmonica tune the whole way home. I come home about 85 kilometers an hour all the way from Grand Prairie. It's not as entertaining as one might think. I'm just over here, not far from the driveway actually. You can see I got some electric netting up in here. We ran the rams in here because it's just kind of a corner of the yard where we don't ever get the lawnmower in here. We parked the holiday trailer and we want to keep it eaten down because that's just a good way to get mice in here, and the rams won't eat the holiday trailer. Sometimes I think that might solve a problem, but some folks have been asking, like, how bad of an environmental catastrophe can the grasshoppers be in your area? And I just want to show you a thing right here because it is a very representative sample of what the rest of the field looks like down in the farm. And you tell me what you think of that. This is the subject fence right here, and I don't know if I just come up with the smartest idea or the dumbest idea, but over there I welded up some spikes and I pinned the page wire to the ground or whatever. But here I want to put some electric fence up. So what I was going to do is I was going to pin the page wire to the ground, and then I was going to put these pink stakes in there and put a hot wire on it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the step-in portion of the fence post to actually pin the page wire to the ground, but for a bonus, run a hot wire through there. Do you think that's a good idea, Ranger? Hey? I think so, hey buddy? Yeah, good job. We get a good job, aren't we? It's going to work out fantastic. It's not going to be a disaster at all. The sheep will never get out again, will they? No, don't lick my face, you psycho. You know what I just realized? Is I brought that little roll of electric fencing there. I don't got no snips. I don't got a pocket knife on me. I really got caught with my pants down there. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, this might work. Hang on. Stand by. A little camping hatchet. I put a wire on there and That should do the trick. Hopefully they don't cut no digits off or any of the accoutrement. That would be unfortunate. Before I go over the fence, I just want to show you something cool, but we do have to get down and have a look in here. You see that right there? And that's common yarrow. A fantastic herbal medicine. This place is chock-a-block with it. You can make this into a tea. It's better than Tylenol. In fact, in the 1500s, they used to do this stuff like it was cocaine. A natural anesthetic is what they say. But I've never been brave enough. I've never been brave enough to take a plant that the cow probably peed and pooped on and dry it up and put it in a cup of tea to fix my headache. But if this gets any worse, if I get any more dog germs, man, well, maybe that'll fix me up. I don't know. But I might be tempted. Thank heavens for random field wire. I just found this piece of high tensile floating out in the middle of the field, and I didn't have no hay wire to stop this post from just pulling over under load. All right, let's have a go then. Ugh. 5,000 volts. I might have just shit myself. So I don't know if that arced across, or if there was I maybe had a hold of the piece of the copper on that clip that I didn't realize. I felt like I just about blew my whole finger off there. And that's how my butthole felt. Oh, let's not do that again. That's probably the most personal moment I've ever had on YouTube. I see what happened here now. Right under there. A little bit of copper sticking out. That's all it took. Put the big man down. It's been a long time since I've been flat on my ass like that. Whew. Well, as I said, let's not do that again.